Hello dear friends, welcome back. Today we are discussing Kerala Set Exam Previous Year Question Paper July 2017 Part 5. The first question in this section is the study of sound structure in a language is called. Right answer is option A, phonology. The next one, which of these is not a passive articulator? Right answer, pharynx. Option D, pharynx is a right answer. Identify the number of morphemes in the word gentlemanliness. Right answer, option B, 4. What is not true of semantics? Question number 84. What is not true of semantics? Right answer is option C. It explains how stress and intonation occur in a language, which is not true of semantics. So we can discuss the other options. It means the meaning and interpretation of words, signs, and sentence structure. It determines our reading comprehension, how we understand others, and even what decisions we make as a result of our interpretations. It can also refer to the branch of study within linguistics that deals with language and how we understand meaning. So the right answer, what is not true of semantics, is option C. It explains how stress and intonation occur in a language. Next question. Which of these statements is a part of Werner's law? The right answer in this section is option B. That is second, third and fourth only. Second, it explains problems in the Grimm's law. It demonstrated the significant role that stress played in linguistic change in the Germanic languages. This law was first presented in an article, an exception to the first sound shift. So the right answer is 2, 3 and 4 only. Option B. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle was written in dash dialect. It is written in Wessex. Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, the original manuscript of this chronicle was created in the late 19th century, probably in Wessex, during the reign of Alfred the Great. So the answer of this question is option B, Wessex. And Chaucer wrote in East Midland dialect. So it is very, very important. Chaucer wrote in East Midland dialect. The next question, during the Middle English period, he was Archbishop of Canterbury. Identify him. It is St. Thomas Becket. Right answer is St. Thomas Becket. One of the most important factors that changed Middle English into modern English is, the right answer is option C, Great Vowel Shift. It is a series of changes in the pronunciation of English language that took place between 1400 and 1700. It was studied by Otto Jespersen, a Danish linguist. So the right answer is option C, Great Vowel Shift. That's the right answer. Then, the process wherein over a time a Creole language reconverges with one of the standard languages from which it originally derived is called. The right answer is option B, decreolization. And the best example for that is African American vernacular English is the best example for decreolization. The terms monoglossic, diglossic and polyglossic by Bill Ashcroft in The Empire Writes Back refers to the linguistic communities. It's a very, very important question. The Empire Writes Back, Theory and Practice in Post-Colonial Literature. It's a work and it is written in the year 1989. It's a non-fiction book by Bill Ashcroft, Griffiths and Tiffin. So the right answer of this question is linguistic communities, and this Empire Writes Back is written by 3 people. It is Ashcroft, Tiffin and Griffiths. Skinner's behaviorist theory of language development records dash as the most important contribution to a child's language learning process. The right answer is option A, imitation and reinforcement by parents. Imitation and reinforcement by parents. Which of the following is the basis of language acquisition from the perspective of Noam Chomsky? Option C. Humans are born with an innate ability to learn language. English was adopted in India as an official language after independence. The idea was that it would be, option C, it would gradually phased out. That's the right answer. The right answer is option C. When students are learning English in the context of a certain field, profession or topic, then it is referred to as ESP, English for Special Purpose. ESL, English as a second language. EFL, English as a foreign language. ESOL, English for speakers of other language. The next question, what is a method of language teaching where in the target language is exclusively used to maintain a cultural island in the classroom? Grammar is inductively taught and the learners are encouraged to make their own generalization about grammar rules. The right answer in this section is option A, direct method. The right answer is option A, direct method. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. Thank you.